Anthony Geary is widely recognized for his decades-long portrayal of Luke Spencer on General Hospital, one of American daytime television's most influential soap operas. Over a career spanning more than 30 years in the role, Geary helped shape storylines that drew millions of viewers and turned soap opera storytelling into mainstream cultural events. His performance earned him multiple Emmy Awards and a lasting place in television history. Yet behind the fame of Luke Spencer is a more complicated artistic journey, one shaped by stage training, intense character immersion, and the personal cost of long-term association with a single iconic role. Early life and formative environment. Geary grew up in a small-town Utah environment, shaped by close-knit community values and a strong cultural emphasis on discipline, humility, and family structure. His upbringing reflected a traditional household where hard work and consistency were considered essential virtues. From an early age, he showed curiosity about storytelling and performance rather than conventional trades or academic paths. While his surroundings were not centered on the arts, he developed an independent imagination, often observing human behavior closely and translating those observations into early creative expression, laying the groundwork for a future in acting. Education and the pull toward performance. During his school years, Geary was not defined by academic distinction, but by a growing attraction to performance and character work. Drama became the one area where he consistently stood out, offering him a sense of direction that other subjects did not provide. His interest in acting deepened through school productions, where he discovered an ability to embody emotional complexity on stage. This period marked a turning point. Rather than pursuing a conventional career path, he began to see acting not as a hobby, but as a calling that required full commitment and long-term dedication. Stage foundations and early professional growth. Geary's early professional journey began in theater, where discipline and precision are tested in real time before live audiences. He trained in demanding stage environments that required emotional control, vocal strength, and consistency without the safety net of retakes. A major opportunity came when he was invited to join a touring production led by an established performer, which led him away from academic life and into professional acting full-time. This transition marked his entry into the broader entertainment world and helped refine the performance skills that would later define his television presence. Transition to television and early roles. After moving into television, Geary appeared in a range of supporting roles across popular series of the era. These early appearances were often brief but important in establishing his screen presence. He consistently brought depth and seriousness to minor characters, which helped him stand out in a competitive industry. Casting directors began to recognize his ability to add emotional weight, even to limited material. This period was not yet fame-driven, but served as a critical foundation, allowing him to adapt his stage-honed instincts to the demands of television storytelling. The creation of Luke Spencer. A pivotal moment in Geary's career came when producer Gloria Monty envisioned a new kind of character for General Hospital. Luke Spencer was written as an unconventional figure, morally complex, emotionally volatile, and structurally different from typical daytime heroes. Geary was cast in what was initially a short-term role, but his interpretation gave the character unexpected depth. Luke was not designed to be traditionally admirable. Instead, he reflected contradictions and inner conflict. Geary's performance transformed him into a central figure whose presence quickly expanded beyond the original narrative plan. Rise to cultural phenomenon. As Luke Spencer developed, the character became a defining force in daytime television. Viewers responded strongly to his unpredictable nature and emotional intensity. Storylines involving Luke shifted the tone of the show, bringing darker psychological themes into a genre often associated with idealized romance and clear moral divides. Geary's portrayal emphasized subtle emotional cues, glances, pauses, and shifts in tone that made Luke feel human rather than symbolic. Over time, the character grew from supporting role to cultural centerpiece, reshaping audience expectations for soap opera storytelling. Luke and Laura and national attention. The pairing of Luke and Laura became one of the most talked-about story arcs in television history. Their on-screen wedding drew massive viewership, turning a daytime soap opera moment into a nationwide media event. It was widely discussed across news outlets and entertainment coverage, marking a rare crossover between daytime television and mainstream cultural conversation. The storyline elevated General Hospital into unprecedented popularity, and Geary found himself at the center of attention far beyond the typical reach of soap opera actors, redefining the genre's cultural influence. Fame, pressure, and personal complexity. With sustained success came the pressures of long-term identification with a single role. Geary, like many actors associated with iconic characters, faced the challenge of balancing personal identity with public expectation. Extended fame within a daily television format can create creative fatigue, and reports over the years have suggested that he occasionally sought distance from the role. The demands of constant production and public recognition contributed to a complicated relationship with celebrity, reflecting the broader difficulty of sustaining individuality within a highly visible, long-running character portrayal. Later career and artistic legacy. As his career progressed, Geary's work on General Hospital remained central, but his broader legacy expanded through recognition of his craft rather than just his character. He became known for consistency, emotional intelligence in performance, and the ability to sustain a complex role over decades. Even as soap operas evolved, Luke Spencer remained a reference point in discussions about television history. Geary's contribution is often viewed as part of a larger shift in daytime drama toward more psychologically layered storytelling and character-driven narratives. Conclusion: a role that outlived its original limits. Anthony Geary's portrayal of Luke Spencer stands as one of the most enduring performances in American daytime television. What began as a short-term character evolved into a defining cultural figure, shaping how audiences engaged with serialized storytelling. While fame brought both recognition and pressure, his work left a lasting imprint on the genre. The story of Luke Spencer is ultimately also the story of performance longevity, how an actor's interpretation can transform a role into something far larger than originally intended, securing a place in television history.